Hi, it's Non-Gone, and today we're playing Need for Speed Heat on the PS4. This is going to be a quick stay bad video route that I found for grinding out rep during the night. You could use this for cashing in to get $1 million during one night. You could use this for all for one, which is what I developed it for getting to max level with your crew. It'll get you a pretty decent amount of rep and will be much less boring than some of the other methods that are out there, so I figured I'd share it with you. Once again, it's stay bad, so we're going to try to not get good. It is a racing game, though, so you do have to race. We're going to start right here at this race when you come out of the garage, and it's called the Red Rock Tornado Race. It'll give you about 55,000 rep. And again, remember, as your heat grows, the rep that you've banked will be multiplied. So you're really trying to get to 250,000 if you want to get that million, and this will get you 55 of it. Go ahead and start the race and run it. It's 3 laps. You shouldn't have any trouble. So it'll take about 3.5 minutes, and when you get to the finish line, you want to be not involved in an active police chase. Make sure you lose the cops before you cross the finish line. Shouldn't be hard. You have 0 heat at the moment. You'll see that prompt come up when you cross the line that says restart by hitting triangle. When you do that, your rep will count. You see up there, it's in the bank. We're at heat level 3, and we have like 167,000 rep or something just for 3.5 minutes worth of work. So not too shabby. Go ahead and finish the race a second time. It's pretty easy, and you should be able to outrun the cops on this difficulty. If it's at all possible to cross the finish line and lose the cops again, definitely do that. You can hit triangle again and do it a third time. I think I'd probably stop right there because you will not get the same amount of rep for continually doing the same race over and over again. It's definitely diminishing. About the first 3, it makes it justifiable to spend the 3.5 minutes, but it's an easy race. You can always do it. If you are being chased, you can usually lose them by running down the finish line and turning left at the bottom of the hill, and then you can come back up to the start to do the race again. So that's basically it. Try to run this 3 times if you can. If the third time's just not doable, then I'll show you where to go for the next part of this cycle. But we're not going to do this first race any more than 3 times anyway. So let's move on. So next up is going to be Axiom up in the top left corner of the map or northwest corner of the map. This will get you another 50-some thousand base rep, which will ultimately be 250 when we get to heat level 5. As you can see, I stopped at only the second run of the first race just to be conservative on this. The other reason Axiom's really cool is that getting there helps you lose the cops from your last race. So you go down the bottom of the hill right after the finish line of your first race. You can turn left at the street, and then it's basically just a straight run up the road, unless you're a dope like me. But you know, I'm trying to dodge the cops too, so you know, we're rolling through the yard. So be sneaky and go through the grass. If you don't have cops on your tail, you can almost always outrun them on that straight stretch, going to your next starting gate here. But regardless of how you do it, once you get here, go ahead and start the Axiom race. And so this is another fun point-to-point race, and it'll take you about 3.5 minutes and give you another 50-some thousand base rep, again, which will be multiplied by your heat level when you cash in. So, yeah, we're going to come up on that. Again, if you can avoid an active chase when you hit the finish line, you'll get the triangle prompt again to restart the race and be able to do it instantly from there. It'll teleport you back to the start, and you can get that rep again added onto it. So do that race twice if you can. This also ends at a great place in terms of exit strategy. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. So a number of things could be happening when you finish this race. Our ultimate goal would be to go to this Tyrannus race right here, which is one of the rotating heat level 5 races. It's a point-to-point race, and it will end down at the docks where you can jump up on the crates to lose the cops. And then there's a garage right down there that you can escape to for the night, and you'll have over $1 million by then. But a lot of things can happen at this point. You know, stack tolerance, right? Like little errors can become big things further into a cycle. One thing that can be a problem, which I have right now, is that I did not alert enough cops, and I only have a heat level 4 at this point. So I want to go somewhere and get my heat up to level 5 at least. But I'm going to go ahead and run down here to this little area. This is common. I've seen this in other YouTube videos as the best way to get your $1 million in the night. And that's basically by going back and forth through this checkpoint as quickly as possible. The more run up you get, the higher your stars will be, and you'll get about 8,000 per pass at heat level 5. I'm just using it to bump my heat up to level 5, so that's what we're using it for. And just go back and forth and you'll be fine. This island is one of the better places to lose the cops, and so I'll show you how to do that as well. So yeah, this is how you lose the cops in the downtown area. You see, I went ahead and started a ruckus, so now they're mad at me. I got heat level 5, and we're going north across this little bridge here. Sometimes they'll full send across it, so you can do that. But then just turn right and head up here. This route is not my route. This has been found on the internet, but I figured it's a little bonus content. If you do not lose them, just turn right and stay along the coastline. You'll see a second jump right here, and that almost always gets rid of them. And you can just see the escaping, and then we are good to go. If you continue along the road, you will come to a big jump here, which is your final chance to lose the cops. And if you are garbage like me, you'll do something like this and almost ruin your whole night. Fortunately, there's a gas station right when you land, so you can repair. But you see, you keep your eye on the mini-map, and you can usually dodge around everybody. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we lost the cops. We got all this rep that we're going to go bank. Again, you could go back to the level 5 high heat race, especially when it's that one down there that ends down there at the docks. That's just a wonderful, wonderful way to pick up rep. But you see, we managed. We got back to our garage, and we are all set and good to go. And so we got almost 800,000 rep in just under 15 minutes. Go ahead and call it a night. Go back to the night and reset, rinse and repeat, and you should have however much rep your heart desires in no time flat. So I'm going to get on to the next one. In the meantime, stay bad, people. Non-gone is gone.